You are probably dehydrated right now. Not dangerously, just quietly, chronically, mildly dehydrated. Enough to be making this day harder than it needs to be. Up to 75% of people in developed countries are chronically mildly dehydrated. Most have no idea. Because the symptom isn't dramatic thirst, it's brain fog and low energy. Brain fog, low energy, headaches, the feeling that today is just harder than usual. These are the calling cards of mild dehydration, not thirst. These. When did you last drink water? Not coffee, not juice. Water. Count backward. Take your time. We'll wait. Your body is 60% water. Your brain is 75% water. Your blood is 83% water. Water isn't a beverage. It's the medium everything runs through. Nutrients move through water. Waste exits through water. Temperature regulates through water. Joints cushion through water. Every single chemical reaction in your body happens in a water-based environment. When that environment drops by 1 to 2%, mild dehydration, the downstream effects hit multiple systems simultaneously. Not one thing goes wrong. Several things do. The character discovering they're basically water with some solid parts attached. I'm mostly water? Biology. Yes. And if I don't drink, the solid parts have a very bad time. Most people are not dramatically dehydrated. They're just consistently, mildly, chronically short, running on 97% water capacity instead of 99%. Day after day, at 1 to 2% dehydration before you feel thirsty, cognitive performance drops measurably. Mood, concentration, and perceived task difficulty all worsen. From that small A deficit, your neurons communicate via electrochemical signals that depend on a water-based ionic environment. Less water, the environment changes, signals slow down and arrive less clearly. 2012 Journal of Nutrition study, 1.36% dehydration impaired mood, increased headaches, and made tasks feel significantly harder in young, healthy women doing normal activities. Dehydration impairs your ability to judge how impaired you are. The cognitive resource you'd use to notice the problem is the resource that's been reduced. Working memory, your ability to hold and use information in the short term, drops under mild dehydration. The thinking tool for thinking about what you're doing degrades. Drink 500 milliliters of water right now, and cognitive performance begins recovering within 20 minutes. The brain is responsive. It just needs the resource it's asking for. Physical performance drops faster than cognitive performance. At just 2% body water loss, aerobic capacity drops up to 10%. Strength drops 6 to 8%. You feel thirsty at about 1.5%. Less plasma volume means thicker blood, which means the heart works harder to deliver oxygen to muscles. Same workout, measurably harder effort required. Not in your head. Core temperature rises faster when dehydrated. The body has less fluid for sweat and less capacity for evaporative cooling. You heat up quicker. You fatigue sooner. Elite athletes lose 2% performance at the competitive level. That's a medal versus not. For everyone else, it's the workout that feels like punishment versus the one that felt good. Prehydration before exercise matters more than hydration during. If you start a workout dehydrated, you're managing a deficit, not building capacity. Your kidneys filter 200 liters of blood per day. When you're dehydrated, they concentrate urine to conserve water, producing less of it at higher concentration under higher stress. Urine color is the fastest real-time hydration test available to you. No equipment, no cost. Pale straw yellow, hydrated. Dark yellow to amber, drink water now. Character checks the urine color chart, holds up result, compares. Expression, today has been a learning experience. I've been amber. Chart, yes. For how long? This question stays open. Chronic dehydration significantly increases kidney stone risk. Concentrated urine allows minerals to crystallize. More concentrated for longer, higher crystallization chance. Less urine flow also means less bacterial flushing from the urinary tract. Chronic dehydration is a significant risk factor for urinary tract infections. For this exact mechanical reason. Your skin is your largest organ and is 64% water. Chronic mild dehydration affects skin elasticity, texture, and the visible pace of aging, quietly, consistently, over time. The skin turgor test. Pinch the back of your hand, pull slightly, release. Hydrated skin snaps back immediately. Dehydrated skin takes longer to return. Clinicians use this as a dehydration marker. Character does the turgor test, releases, skin returns. Eventually, it came back. Doctor, yes, after a moment. Is that good? It is not optimal. Important distinction. Collagen requires water to maintain flexibility. Chronically dehydrated skin shows deeper lines, reduced plumpness, and duller appearance, a visible consequence of a systemic shortage. Skincare products help. Drinking more water helps more and costs significantly less. Both are valid. One is addressing the symptom, the other is addressing the cause. If you're finding this useful, and you may currently be amber, subscribe to Long Life Lab. New video every Thursday, takes 2 seconds, costs nothing. Better effort to benefit than most hydration strategies. Also, while you're watching this, drink some water. You've been sitting here for 4 minutes. You've lost fluid you haven't replaced. This is not a drill. Blood is 83% water. When you're dehydrated, plasma volume decreases and blood literally gets thicker. Thicker blood is harder for the heart to pump. Same output, more effort required. Heart character trying to pump dehydrated blood, working harder, same output, visibly more effort. I would like to file a complaint. Nobody is available to receive the complaint. Chronically elevated blood viscosity is associated with higher risk of blood clots, cardiovascular events, and hypertension. Not from one bad afternoon, from a pattern over months and years. Morning is when blood viscosity is highest. You've been 7 to 8 hours without water. Drinking water first thing in the morning isn't wellness culture, it's basic circulatory maintenance. A glass of water first thing, before coffee, before food, begins reducing blood viscosity, supports kidney function, and starts the hydration baseline for the day. 30 seconds of effort. Water is essential to digestion at every stage. Saliva, stomach acid, bile, digestive enzymes, all water-based. Remove the water and digestion becomes like trying to run an engine without coolant. The most common cause of chronic constipation is not diet, it's dehydration. The large intestine absorbs water from stool. If you're dehydrated, it takes too much, leaving content too dry and slow. Digestive system character running low on its main ingredient, we're going to need more water. Request going up the chain. Still waiting, still waiting. The digestion continues, just slowly. The gut microbiome, bacteria that influence immunity, mood, metabolism, and inflammation, lives in a water-based environment. Dehydrate the environment, you stress the ecosystem. Dehydration affects the gut-brain axis, the communication pathway between your digestive system and brain. Gut stress signals to the brain. Brain receives those signals. Mood and cognition respond. Here is the twist. Thirst is not an early warning system. It is a late warning system. By the time you consciously feel thirsty, you're typically already at 1.5 to 2% dehydration. Character. I drink when I'm thirsty. Thirst mechanism. I appreciate that. I should mention I only show up after the problem has been happening a while. Character. You're not preventive? Thirst. I am not preventive. The thirst mechanism also becomes less sensitive with age. Older adults consistently show reduced thirst relative to actual dehydration state. The older you are, the less reliable thirst becomes as a signal. Drink before you're thirsty. Not dramatically more, just proactively rather than reactively. Schedule water into your routine the same way you schedule meals. Your thirst will not reliably inform you until you've already missed the window. Don't manage dehydration. Prevent it. The difference is whether you start the day at 100% or catching up from 97%. The 8 glasses a day rule is not based on a specific study. It came from a 1945 recommendation that included fluid from food, and that part got dropped somewhere in 80 years of repetition. Where did the food part go? Science. The food part was less quotable. A real answer. Unfortunate but real. Current guidance. 3.7 liters total daily water for men, 2.7 liters for women, including food, which contributes roughly 20%. Individual needs vary with size, activity, climate, and health. The most practical real-time hydration marker, pale straw urine. That color means you're hydrated. Consistently darker than that, drink more. Simple, free, and always available. Water-rich foods count. Cucumber is 96% water. Lettuce, 95%. Strawberries, 91%. Eating your water is a legitimate hydration strategy that most people don't account for. Coffee dehydrates you. Myth. Overstated at minimum. Caffeine is a mild diuretic, but the net fluid content of coffee still contributes positively to hydration. Your morning coffee is not stealing water. Alcohol, however, is a genuine dehydrator. It suppresses ADH, the hormone telling kidneys to retain water. That's why a glass of water between drinks and one before bed actually works. Large glass of water first thing in the morning, before coffee, before food. You've been 7 to 8 hours without water. Blood is at its thickest, brain is at its driest. Start there. Character reaches for coffee first. Science, water first. Character, after coffee. Science, before coffee. Character, what if I do both simultaneously? Science, that would be a different beverage. Link water to existing habits. Glass before each meal, glass before coffee, glass after each bathroom visit. Environmental cues, not willpower. The water bottle visible on your desk works because you see it. The summary, drink before you're thirsty, check your urine color. Water first thing in the morning, don't panic about coffee, watch alcohol, eat water-rich foods. 5 things, all free. Right now, as you finish this video, drink some water. You sat here for 9 minutes. You lost more fluid than you replaced. Character, go get water. Viewer, after the video is over. Subscribe, new Long Life Lab every Thursday. Drop in the comments, how many glasses today? No judgment. We are all in the amber zone together. Stay curious. Drink water. Bye.